This is 404. My ponderings have made a great escape. My head is held together by cardboard and some tape. The lights are on, but no one's home. Even worse, I am home alone. How did I get into such bad shape? 404 thoughts not found. Between my ears, there's not a single sound. Until I reset, this is the best it's gonna get. I just gotta wait it out for now. I'm wired to get tired on a dime. A restless mess of progress, exhausted all the time. Oh, I could sleep for days, I think, if not a month, at least a week. Anything to get me back online. 404 thoughts not found. Between my ears, there's not a single
Welcome, chat.
sound. Until I reset.
Hi, Maddie. Hi,
This is the best
Alicia.
you're gonna get. I just gotta
Who
wait
is
it
psyched
out
out of their
for
minds?
now.
Hi, Ivy. Welcome to stream. How is everyone doing today? I hope we're doing well. What was the best thing that happened to you guys today? Or the best thing that you did? I like that question.
They set oppressive precedents through subliminal.
You got to sleep in? Awesome. Sleeping in is Pog.
Have the bandwidth
I also got to sleep in now that I think about it. But that might be because of my Let's Sleep schedule.
So for now,
What did I do today?
working
Oh, you're sick today,
off a
Maddie. Oh.
script to
What did I do today?
compensate my ill-equipped executively.
This song describes it pretty well. I got up and I ate some food. And I existed. And sometimes that's what you gotta do. Made some TikToks. I have a TikTok. If you have a TikTok, follow my TikTok. But yeah,
Until I reset,
I'm existing,
this is the
working
best it's
on
gonna get. I just
more,
gotta
but right now we're
wait
just
it out.
vibing.
Won't you help me wait it out? We just gotta wait it out for now.
Alright, song's over, which means the stream is starting. Let's shift over to the new webcam. Hello, that's me. Turn down the music, you can't hear me. Okay, that's a good note to have, because we're going to be doing reactions today. And with a reaction, sometimes the audio is weird, so just let me know in advance if the audio is weird. Also, I will tell you now, the audio and the video are going to be out of sync. I don't know how to fix that. I don't know if my computer can handle it, so just know that in advance, okay? We're going to be watching some videos. The video and the audio are going to be out of sync. It shouldn't matter too much, but just so you know that's going to happen. Just so you're mentally prepared for that. But I am personally excited, and I hope you guys are excited too. Do we have ranboo and tubbo enjoyers in the chat? Yep, ranboo and tubbo. Yep, that's what I thought. So I feel like I should be honest up top. I am a ranboo and tubbo enjoyer. That's how I got into the Dream SMP and into streaming in general. But I have not watched Anthony Padilla's new videos about them. where he talks to them. He does like the day in the life video. And I really want to. I told some of my viewers that I would watch it on stream. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to watch the Anthony Padilla videos on stream. So I hope you guys enjoy. But yeah, that's the big plan. So let me make sure I have all of my windows in order. So yeah, it should just be a pretty chill, vibey stream, watching a video with chat. I might do some tidying of my desk while we're watching. Try to get some little multitasking done. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. You should watch ranboo lore. Oh, have I watched ranboo lore? Not to toot my own horn, but I've started several ranboo animatics. Have I finished any of them? No, but I have read the wiki, so. Sup, Shifty? How's it going, man? Hope you're doing well. Give us a fact about whales, Shifty. Alright, let's go ahead and make sure the video is working. Alright, looks good there. Can't really see chat. That's okay, I can fix that. All right. Did you just bruh at me? Did you just bruh at me, Shifty? Wow. I see how it is. Okay. Let's get started the first video, shall we? So it's looking good on my end. I'll have chat up, so if there's anything weird with audio, video, anything like that, say it in chat and I will address it. But yeah, let's get started, huh?
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp Online Therapy. Visit betterhelp.com/Padilla because sometimes existing is exhausting. My name's Anthony Padilla, and today I'll be spending a day with Tubbo to uncover how Tubbo's rapidly become one of the most beloved entertainers on the internet at just 17 years old. How he bet almost his entire income on a Minecraft server that will likely change the landscape of gaming for.
Okay, can I just... I'm 18, Tubbo's 17. That's wild, right? I don't know how old you are in chat. Don't put your age in chat, by the way. Don't tell me how old you are. But like, he's a literal child. All right? And he's already this successful. To be fair, when I was 17, which was not that long ago, I also wanted to be this successful, but like the amount of success that he's gotten so fast is like kind of crazy. I hope they get into that a little bit, like the actual how of it. I love watching creators talk about the how. He's 18 now, yeah, but like still, he baby. And I can say that because I'm also 18. Wales or Wales? I meant Wales, the country. It's a country, right? The province, the nation. But yeah, like isn't that crazy? Like, am I the only one who finds that a little wild? I don't know. But yeah, he's just so young. Okay, anyway.
Forever, and the jarring reactions from kids at school after he exploded in popularity overnight. By the end
These
of this
intros
video,
are also
we'll find
kind of
out
hilarious.
if entertaining millions of followers and subscribers has been a wholly rewarding experience, or if trading his humble private life for immense fame has come with struggles and hardship.
Based on his song, I would guess it's troubles and hardship, but I don't know. Who knows? It's a mystery.
More agonizing than anyone could ever fully comprehend. Hello, Tubbo!
Hello, nice to meet you, man.
Keith.
Welcome to the US. This is your first time here?
It's absolutely crazy here. Everything is just slightly supersized compared to the UK. There's some things that we just don't even have.
Like what?
Best Buy.
Best Buy, gotta get down with Best Buy.
It's just so different from anything I've ever seen before.
What have you done so far?
We've been driving around in a supercar, which is amazing.
Yeah, when you arrived here, I was like, oh, are you the blue Mini Cooper? He was like, we're in the blue McLaren. And I hear this rumbling, assuming that it's like some kind of like work truck or something, and you pull out from behind the...
Oh my gosh.
I feel like such a snob.
Dude, I feel like whenever influencers go anywhere, they're always renting these like super expensive big cars. And like, man, like I drive a Ford. I can't even imagine that. Also, I didn't know supercar was even a term. Like, what's a supercar? You thought you were referring to the frequency of your Wilbur Soot references. Well, that too. To be fair, I would take either kind of whale fact, actually, now that I think about it. Good reference, by the way. Good reference. But yeah, cars, they're weird. I don't know.
And then you get out wearing the jacket.
Corpse gave me this jacket and these chains.
You were dressed by Corpse for this
Corpse
video.
dressed me for this video.
The art of blowing up.
When did you first start streaming?
I started streaming 3 years ago, but it only really took off like a year and a half ago.
What was your first content on the internet like?
It was me and my friend. We played a server called Mindplex, and we would record like 5-6 minute videos a day. I put them into Movie Maker and upload like 5 a day.
Did they pop off?
Aww.
One of them got 6 views once, and I shat myself.
Can you pull those up?
I can pull up.
I remember Windows Movie Maker. Oh my gosh. Also, I'm gonna grab myself a Cliff Bar real quick because I'm hungry. Yeah, I remember Windows Movie Maker. I was good at Windows Movie Maker, and then I got a Mac, and here we are.
The ones before then.
So how old were you here?
13.
My friends, a dark day has become.
Yes!
No.
War has broken out
Yes!
over Minecraft, and it's our job to unite all the nations once again.
Oh, you're killing me inside.
That's like baby Dream SMP content. It's like the same as the Dream SMP, but that's literally just the Dream SMP. Time, baby seasons change, but people don't.
I haven't heard that in so long.
Has your name online always been Tubbo?
Oh God, no. Superman Power 500 is the first.
Yes!
After that, I was like, no, this isn't good enough for me. Then I went to Blue Turtle, and I'm like, okay.
Getting close.
And then Spectrum XP.
The internet service in Los Angeles?
We don't have that in the UK, so I'm like, Spectrum, yes! And then after Spectrum XP came Orphic Tubbo.
Orphic
Orphic,
Tubbo.
like AWWTHICC.
No, Orphic.
Orphic.
Orphic Tubbo. And then I'm like, this kind of sucks. Why is my name on Twitch Orphic Tubbo? That's too long to say. And I'm like, I wonder if just Tubbo's available. And it wasn't. I'm like, whoa.
How did your content continue to evolve?
This channel stopped because we moved house and I didn't get internet for like 2 months. So I'm like, well, I guess I can't do this anymore. So we had this one little box that I would sit on top of my computer with a SIM card on it, and it would be just enough to stream at 2,500 bitrate at 15 FPS in 480p.
Oh my
I let
gosh.
Tommy a
His specs are like my specs. His streams are just as scuffed as mine. My gosh. I guess that makes me feel a little better about my streaming career, huh? Golly.
week into me starting streaming. He raided me with 29 viewers, and I lost my collective shit, 40 viewers, and I'm like, oh my God. And then he was like, you're amazing, let's go MVC. And then I spoke to him for the first time on stream, and that VOD is still out there.
26 people are watching me. Jesus Christ. My follow account's literally skyrocketed. He got me 10
Aww.
followers.
And I remember staring at this VC,
Aww.
having it open on Discord, like, do I join? And then if I hadn't clicked that connect button, I wouldn't be here. He was the one which is like,
Aww.
okay, this is a huge opportunity playing on our high-pixel Skyblock Island. This is before the Dream SMP. And he was like, you need to be daily uploading. I'm like, how do I do that?
That's so much time.
Because I was like, I can't afford to pay an editor, and I was very, very lucky to find this one editor that was willing to really, really help me with all my videos. I would stream, and I would record the videos live on stream so I could stream and record at the same time, like the wombo combo of that. And then we split the VOD in half. He goes, we're watching it at like 8 times speed, chopping it up.
So you can release something every single day.
And I managed to do this for 2 weeks
Yep.
until I collapsed and passed out at my bed. I never really...
That's okay. First of all, it's crazy that he started out like that because Tubbo is not somebody I associate with like uploads. As much as I adore Tubbo and I love his content, like he does not make content like that. You know, like he doesn't make content that is like just you sit down and watch it like Tommy does, because Tommy makes like videos and he's famous for his videos. But like when it comes to like Tubbo and his content, like no, I much more associate him with like long form streams and that kind of content. And he does more like collabs and stuff like that. But like when it comes to like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I found a creator that I can really relate to in that sense, because I just cannot edit videos like I should. Like most of my streams I could edit into videos, but it's just so, I'm so tired, dude. Like what he was saying about like you edit this and then you fall into bed, like man, that burnout, it really do be hitting, you know? Like, I feel that like really, really hard for sure.
I understood the phrase on the grind, but in those 2-week period,
It means feeling like you're gonna die constantly.
It is. The grind is on the verge of death. I had dreams about video ideas. That's how stupid it got. I had this one reoccurring nightmare every single night. I was running away from the upload button.
What? I was literally...
But I did that, and in that time, I managed to grow the stream from 3-5 viewers to 20-40 viewers. And that 2 week of grind was so rewarding.
You almost killed yourself to get 20 to 40.
Yes.
So it paid off.
Oh my gosh.
Good job. Worth it.
Yep.
That's kind of crazy. But how much of that had to do with the actual grind, and how much of that had to do with like who was watching his content and like what they were, you know what I mean? Like, because if he had just gotten rated by Tommy with 29 viewers, like how many of those viewers were just run off from Tommy and not like because he was grinding? I'm interested in that, because I've been thinking about that with my streams. Like, how often should I really be streaming? Should I be streaming more or should I be streaming better? I don't know. It's interesting.
Did you have one thing that kind of blew up, or was it a consistent growth period?
Very roller coaster of emotion. I've never spoken about this before, but when I was feeling really demotivated, I went on these websites and I was like, pay £200 a month for a Twitch viewer bot. I was looking at it and I'm like, oh my God, is that what I need?
No.
Do I need to buy a viewer
To
bot?
inflate it, to make it look like you were popular?
I never did it. From my daily uploading, I went from like 40 viewers and I stopped the daily uploading and I went back down to 5. I was in red alert. I was panicking. And then I did more
Dang.
research about people who got caught for using viewer bot. And I'm like, ah! And looking back, I am so incredibly fortunate I didn't do that. If Twitch found out, they would have just deleted my channel.
Right,
Like,
and you would
right
not
off.
be
I would not
here today.
But then, one day, I was at school and I was invited to SMP Earth. From SMP Earth, I was able to get
Interesting.
100 average viewers. I kept the 100 viewers and I really went hard. I got to like an average of 300 viewers on my own. And then Tommy joined the Dream SMP, and then Dream messaged him, from my understanding, like after his first stream, was like, hey, if you want a mate on the server, we're looking to expand it. And then he put forward my name. He could have put
Interesting. Hold on. So he's going really fast right now, and there's some stuff I want to process. So he said that he went from 5 to 20 viewers, or from 20 viewers down to 5 viewers. But then something, like he didn't specify. And then he got invited to SMP Earth, and he got 100 viewers because SMP Earth was popping off. Which I didn't even know that Tubbo was on SMP Earth. I knew like Wilbur and Technoblade and Tommy were on SMP Earth, and like Philza, but I had no idea that Tubbo was on it, which is interesting. I've got to find those VODs now because I'm actually curious with what that was about. But like I get the 100 viewers from SMP Earth, like that makes sense. It's a big community like built in. I don't that like when people talk about their growth, it's always so like linear. It's like linear, and like I wonder what he was doing during those off periods, you know. I want to kind of like, I'm really curious what those down periods were like in more detail. I wonder if he gets into that.
forward anyone, but he chose me as well. And then my first stream on there, I broke 1,000 viewers.
Damn.
Of course,
And
streamers
then
should be.
I broke 7,000 viewers, and then after that, I broke 10. Then the first law stream, I broke 20. Second law stream, I broke 40. Third law stream, I broke 200,000.
I love that it says law stream. Because of big law. So stupid.
That's how quickly it blew up?
The jump from 40 to 200,000 was like a month.
What were you thinking there sitting? Like, did
So
you have your numbers
one-
on? Could you see how many viewers were in there?
Honestly, after that stream, I threw up. Like, genuinely. Once a number gets past a certain threshold, for me, it's unquantifiable. Past 500 was unquantifiable. So on that first stream, I'm like, there's enough people here to topple an empire. What am I doing here?
That's so fair. Oh my gosh. I realized today, actually, I was looking at my follower count and I was like, oh, I've hit 50 followers on Twitch. Like, that's cool. You know, 50 followers on Twitch. That's like an accomplishment. And then I realized that's 50 people who followed me on Twitch. And now I'm like, oh, I have 50 followers. Like, that's 50 people. Like, it's weird and it's something that hadn't quite hit me that I'd have 50 people following me on Twitch. Like, I don't know. Numbers are weird, man. There's something different mentally about hitting 50. Like, it's relatively a small number, but it's also such a big number. Like 50 people. That's kind of wild.
When did you realize that you could turn this into a full-time career?
Yeah, so I got my first paycheck, and I'm like, holy crap, I can buy a car!
In one paycheck, you had enough to buy a car.
Yeah! And that blew my mind. Like,
did you show your parents?
I showed my parents, and they're like...
Okay. This has got to be because he was friends with Tommy. I want Anthony Padilla to talk. The Manatreed video get 1K views. That's true. The Manatreed video did get 1K viewers, which is still crazy to me. I should cut that up and re-upload that on like TikTok or something. Because it did get 1K viewers. That's right. Which is wild. Like, that's 1,000 people who watched my video. But I understand that one a little bit more. Like, I'm going to be honest. I posted a TikTok yesterday that hit 1,000 viewers. And it means less on TikTok than it does on, like, YouTube or Twitch, for sure. Because it's like, the TikTok that I posted yesterday that got a lot of viewers didn't really show anything about me. Like, it wasn't about me, you know? And, like, the Manatreed video is less about me and more about, like, I marketed it towards stream viewers. So, like, I get that the stuff that gets popular usually isn't the stuff that's based on your identity, but it means more to me if the stuff that I'm making is getting viewed. Like, the stuff that I'm making that has me in it. I don't know. It's kind of weird to explain. But yeah, 1K views is also crazy. Like, what are you doing watching my stuff? I don't know. I guess it's also, like, hopeful a little bit. I guess. Where was I, though? Yeah, like, I want to hear Tommy talk about this stuff because he said that he got enough in his first paycheck to buy a car. And I think that this is general knowledge. When you first get affiliate with Twitch, your first paycheck is $100. Like, you have to get $100 to get paid, which means that the first time he got paid on Twitch, the first time he made $100, he'd already made so much that it was enough to buy a car in the UK, which I don't know how much that is. And it's probably more than $100 US. And I'm guessing that was because of what he was saying with SMP Earth and, like, the Tommy stuff. But, like, that is so out of, like, that's so out of left field for a different... I'm interested to see also the ranboo video because I'm interested to see ranboo's take on that. Because ranboo's growth was different. And he's talked about it before and I was really interested watching that. But yeah, the different types of growth are interesting. For sure. Let's continue.
And we all just kind of sat there like... Did we ever really talk about it? Because my dad sat back there. Yeah. I very remember in the beginning, you guys were convinced that the people donating were pedophiles. And looking back at it, there were some dodgy ones.
Because you were what? You were like 15, 16.
In hindsight, the first person that ever donated me probably was a wrong one, so they were right to have that. It went from one low end of the extreme to one unfathomably high end, and my sense of money has been so unbelievably warped because I constantly go to my mum and dad like, was this too much to pay for this? I don't know how much this is supposed to cost.
When that happens to someone, they either stay living the lifestyle that they had beforehand, or they go the opposite way and then they just start spending all the money because they're like, I'm used to living with none. What does it matter if I spend it all?
I went to Pizza Hut and I had no idea what an acceptable amount was to tip. I tipped something like 400 times the bill.
What?
No, not 400 times. 400% more than the bill.
Oh, okay. 400%.
400% more, sorry.
So 4 times the bill.
Yeah, 4 times the bill. And I'm like, yeah, that seems about right. And then I spoke about it afterwards and they're like, you did what?
So you were still going to school when you blew up?
when I was in secondary school,
Yeah.
3 days before COVID closed it down, I had announced my Instagram, and I turned my school Instagram into my streaming Instagram.
You mean
and
you're the one that you used for classmates?
Yeah. And then on stream that night, I announced it, and I went up 300,000 followers in 3 hours.
So then everyone at your school saw it.
Like, for the last 3 days, I had people kind of like... It was the year of my GCSEs, which is the massive exam you take to get your real-life qualification.
And you're supposed to take that at school.
Yeah, I was failing almost every single class.
Because you were spending too much time streaming.
Yeah.
120
I never
hours a
actually
week.
told father that, but I was failing everything. I never did a piece of homework in my life. First, I put it into Grammarly and swapped out all the words, and then I put it into an algorithm to change it. That's how I submitted my English homework, because I'm very dyslexic.
I see your dad over there just shaking his head right now.
I almost managed to program a Python thing to do it for me, so I could just press.
That is so wild, and like that is such a neurodivergent. I don't know if dyslexia counts as neurodivergency, so I apologize if it doesn't. But like that's such a like classic neurodivergent thing where it's like the system isn't working for me. I'm going to make a computer program because I feel that so hard. I never wrote programs to do my homework for me, but there were things that I would do where it's just like, this is cheating, right? And then my teachers are like, yeah, it's fine. You're still doing the work. But it's like, he literally learned coding to do his homework because it wasn't working. Like, that's so interesting. Man, I love Tubbo.
Press go, input the sheet, and it would do all of it for me.
So you were more of a programmer than an essay writer.
Yeah, I really cheated, which is why I was so stressed for the exam, and then I didn't have to do them. God is on my side.
So much head shaking from your dad back there. Have you seen any creepy stuff of you online? Before we continue learning about the world of Tubbo,
Which is criminal. It's not very nice. It makes me feel a little bit like, maybe it's time to pack this whole streaming thing up.
it's violating.
Yeah, it's definitely a new level of invasion of privacy.
I wanted to give you a couple recommendations for some other incredible things to watch that I have absolutely no bias toward whatsoever. Like, there's this episode on YouTube called I Spent a Day with Dream.
Okay.
I recommend on your episode and using what they through pillow from become % off purple dollars or to which series and sponsoring the episodes discount money finds a coupon.
Sponsorships,
Online,
yada yada
how do you-
money.
The word self-worth was attached to any. Have you ever felt like your self-worth was attached to any of your numbers or viewership?
100%. It's because it's so daunting on how it's every single dashboard you click on as a creator on Twitch has a massive green up arrow and confetti or a red
You suck, your life is shit, arrow.
When I saw 30,000 viewers, I'm like, what the hell? What am I doing wrong? This is the pattern. There will be ups and downs, but it still made me really not want to stream.
Because you were scared of seeing that lower
Yeah,
number?
and then hence I made an alt channel and I streamed on there like 12 hours a day, and then I never streamed on my main. Looking back at it now, I was so stupid, and I fixed all of this. One day I went on Phil's stream and I was like, Phil, your viewers fluctuate from like 90,000 to like 15. How do you stay unaffected by it? And he's like, May, I just turned off the viewer count, May. And I'm like, you can do that? And then he showed me how to turn it off, and I have never had more fun streaming than I have now.
Opening up that party.
That's so interesting because, like, yeah, like I can go check my viewer count right now. Like, I'm not popping off by any account, and like my other streams recently have been doing better than this one, but I'm having a good time, and ideally, people will come back to watch this VOD, which like, that's. As a content creator, that's more what matters to me. Like, is this going to absolutely ruin my average viewer count? I don't really know. And, like, I'm not planning on taking affiliate on Twitch anyway, so it shouldn't matter. I mean, additionally, though, it's been really freeing. Something about, like, posting on TikTok. I literally started on posting on TikTok 2 days ago, and my first 2 TikToks have, like, 500 views. I'm always popping off when your good pal Shifty is around. That's so true, Shifty. Never change, bud. Oh, you changed your... I didn't realize you changed your YouTube to Cinnamon Shifty. That's so... Aw. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So on TikTok, stuff just pops off. But I've realized that it's like, it's not enough for one video to do well. You still have to keep posting. And there will be ones that do bad, and there will be ones that do well. Something else that I've noticed is, like, the longer I stream, the better I do. So, like, the longer I stream for, the more people show up to my stream and hopefully stick around. So like if I'm streaming for like, I usually stream for like an hour, then if I have 2 viewers for most of that, I just have a 2-viewer stream. But if I'm streaming for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, 3 hours, more people will show up and watch the stream. And so you end up with more viewers. And it's just kind of changing my mindset around like what's important to me. Because it's much more important to me to have people in chat that I'm interacting with, like you, Maddie, and Shifty. Hi. It's much more important for me to have like chatters to interact with than it is just to have numbers to look at. Because like the number, like I was saying with like the 50 followers and thousands of views, like numbers are just numbers and they're really hard to understand. But when you can actually see people in chat, that's what really makes the difference for me. But yeah, it's weird and it can be really, really toxic. I have ADHD and I love watching number go up. It really feels good to watch number go up. But like it's better to have that actual interaction, you know? I don't want to blow up too fast because I want to be able to enjoy this time with chat. I was actually watching a Philza stream earlier and he talked about how he can still get to interact with chat. It's just slightly different. And I from that, it's basically just, I'm going to enjoy what I have now, but I'm not going to let go and I'm still going to interact with chat as much as I can. So I guess that's a message to my chatters now that's like, hi, keep hanging out. I really still appreciate you and I always will. Shifty, I think I VIP'd you in my Twitch chat, so that's a fun fact. But yeah, y'all are important to me. I hope you know that.
Your brain that was dedicated to all that worry and stress that you're giving regarding numbers. Once you stopped worrying about that, do you feel like it opened yourself up to work on all these cool things that you're now working on?
100%. As soon as I stopped that, like the creativity I felt is like unmatched to ever before. Everything I'm doing right now is what I've been dreamed of and been ambitious about since I was like 11. And being able to do these amazing things, oh, I really wish I could talk about some. There's some I can, but there's some I can't. I can tell you if you want.
I will bleep this for you.
I'm making...
No! Yes! How far
It's
out
very
are we
cool.
from that?
So it's been worked on for quite a while now. And also, I'm making a... which covers the entire process of coming up with the concept of the idea to... from...
Bets on this now. An album. He's releasing an album. Because I think he's talked about that before. If it's not an album, I will eat a piece of paper, but I'm pretty sure he's talking about his album.
Start to finish.
Well, I'm gonna bleep
Yeah.
all of it, and that's on my grave.
Better be.
I will bleep. I promise. I promise.
If I hype
Oh, an album and a documentary about the process of the album, yeah. But
it up now, it'll be ruined. I promise.
I promise.
Pinky
Pinky promise. I will
promise.
bleep that.
Okay. Sacred vow.
The sacred. This
Sacred
is
vow.
sacred. You must get recognized a lot.
Yeah, it's quite a bit.
But you blew up during the pandemic, so...
It was kind of a blessing in disguise. But
Yeah.
when I came out of quarantine, it was immediate, relentless. And then my local town newspaper, the Bognor Observer, did like this story on me where they had taken photos of me, which I don't even know where it's from. They'd like tracked me down and taken photos of me.
Wait, they
without-
literally got paparazzi-style photos.
It was
Personal
quite
investigator
scary.
style.
Look, these photos were taken when me and one of my old schoolmates were at the arcade. And
Did you have no idea these
I
photos were
had
being
no
taken
idea
until
they
it was
were taken.
published?
Yeah, and I was a little bit like, is this just how it is, or is this
that's a
wrong?
yikes.
Has fame taught you anything about privacy?
I was always under the impression that the world was wonderful and everyone was really nice.
I remember those good old days.
It kind of dawned on me like a couple months ago, like, you know what? Not everything is safe.
It's kind of sad when that naive side of you gets kind of sucked out of you.
In terms of the content thing, I was under the impression that all the content stuff was amazing all the time.
Yeah.
But when that was I was kind of like, oh, this doesn't feel so good. I experienced burnout for the first time. And I was like, let's just sleep for 24 hours. For like 3 days.
Is that all that worked? Was that it?
Yeah.
You just needed sleep?
Just lying in my bed completely still for like 18 hours at a time.
Just like giving yourself a chance to not
It's
be
like-
looking at social media,
it's like
thinking
a
about
factory
streaming.
reset, if you will.
Yeah.
Because, you know,
That's literally what I wrote my song about. The song that opened this stream, that's literally what that's about. Is just sometimes you get burned out and all you need is just sleep. And honestly, I'm kind of there now and I need to just let myself sleep. So maybe after this stream, I'll just sleep for 24 hours and see how it goes.
life is exhausting.
Sometimes existing
Sometimes
is
existing
exhausting.
Yeah.
Have you seen any creepy stuff of you online?
Yes.
I feel like that just comes with the territory, right? No one can prepare you for what you're about to see of yourself online the moment that you become popular.
There
enough
is some very sexual images of me on the internet.
And you are 17, by the way.
Yes, which is criminal. It's not very nice. It makes me feel a little bit like maybe it's time to pack this whole streaming thing up.
It's violating.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
definitely a new level of invasion of privacy. The reason I signed up especially was just to have a nice creative outlook. And I know that's
Yeah.
quite the same with a lot of other people.
Yeah.
It comes with all these downsides and you never really hear much about the downside. I feel like I'm gripping at the very little privacy I have left. Like, it's like I'm holding it. I'm like, no, I earned this privacy. Leave me alone.
How does that relate to dating and public
Yeah, there's a
relationships?
couple things that I'll never talk about ever on the internet, and that is dating, relationship, very close friends. That is the minuscule strand. I
Yeah.
think I would lose my mind if I lost that.
Man, if I'm gonna be honest,
Aww. Yeah, that sucks. I mean, the internet does not understand boundaries. I need to actually write down some boundaries and set them, but you guys have not crossed any of mine so far, so just putting that out there. But yeah, like, big ol' yikes. I've seen some stuff out there that's like, why would you do this in the first place? That's not cool. Please stop. And like, they don't, I don't know. It's, but I'm glad he has some stuff that he's keeping private. I hope he has more stuff than just dating and relationships, though, that he's keeping private, because, like, it's important to have parts of yourselves that are just for you. Hello, Alicia! Welcome back. We are 16 minutes through the video, but we are working through it, and then we'll do the ranboo one next. But yeah, I'm interested to hear what he says about singing, because this is what got me into tubbo, like, as a creator, was to find out that he does, that he's a singer. And I was always interested in that.
You've made you made a music video. You
I
made a
did.
song
I
for the
did.
first time. Was that your first song that
That
you
was
ever
my
made?
first time I ever
That was
delved into
your
music.
first song, Life by the Sea, your first song you ever made.
Yep.
11 million views on YouTube, 17 million plays on Spotify.
Really?
I know you haven't looked at the
I
numbers.
haven't looked at
I just
that.
looked at the
That's
numbers.
amazing.
That's a 28 million collective views/listens.
Only
In
28
just a matter of a
million?
few months.
I shit you not, I haven't checked it since like a week after I published it. That has just blown my mind. I had no idea.
Would you say that the lyrics in this song are the most vulnerable you've ever been? I feel like you talked about so
like,
many deep
when I
things.
wrote the song, this was probably the peak of me being really stressed by the numbers. And I use this as a form of escapism, but you might think you have to accelerate all the time, but realistically, slowing down can make your content miles better.
Life is about ups and downs constantly.
100%.
Right?
It's so healthy to always have the mindset of I'm gonna do better than that, because you might never, but that doesn't matter. It's about having the mindset and the positivity.
That really does.
Man, I love that so much. This is why Tubbo's my favorite creator. Like, I'm gonna get emotional about this, but like, that's exactly like what I've been realizing about myself. Like, deciding to do streaming is intense and like kind of changes your life. But you have to be willing to just keep trying and not let yourself get bogged down by all of this expectation that you put on yourself. And like, it's so nice to have somebody who's like vulnerable and like is willing to talk about that. Like, that's really, really nice and inspiring. You had two other the names that you decided to fully abandon once you got the Shifty name. Well, Shifty has stuck, and I like it.
Trickle down to everything in life, because once you start getting scared about the fall and of like experiencing moments that aren't as great as the one before, then you guarantee yourself that you will never experience something as great, because you're going to be stuck in that worry cycle, and that worry cycle is
100%.
guaranteeing that you're never going to be as happy as you possibly can be, do as much as you possibly can.
It's so important to be in a good place mentally in order to create the things you love and enjoy creating the things you love.
You talked about some things that you'd never talked about before. You mentioned that you crashed your parents' car the first time that you drove.
Sorry.
Was your dad in the car?
My whole family was. My sisters were in the back taking quote-unquote terror selfies. My mum was in the passenger seat teaching me how to drive. So she's like, this is the accelerator, this is the clutch, because obviously
She did that with the kids in the back? Oh my gosh. That's terrifying.
everything's manual in the UK.
Yeah.
Okay, you need to find the biting point where the clutch and the accelerator leveled out. And then I found it and she's like, brake! I'm like, where's the brake?
So she's talking about the clutch and the gas pedal, but not the brake.
And then she was screaming, brake, 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 and I was stressing and doing this with the wheel, and then we went right into a grass verge.
Was the car okay?
The car was indeed okay.
Oh,
Now I
good.
got that out of the way. Were the humans okay?
Physically fine.
Emotionally,
Therapy's what they need for that.
you've gone on to sell a ton of merch and ukuleles.
That was a very out there idea, making
I didn't know Tubbo sold ukuleles. Can I just... No, not chords. I want... Not Redbubble. Does he not sell them anymore? Tubbo ukulele merch. Shop Tubbo. Everything's sold out. I can't buy a Tubbo ukulele anymore. I just want a Tubbo ukulele. I didn't know that he had them. No. Oh, man. I'm so sad. Hey, Tubbo, if you see this. Hey, send me a ukulele, maybe? Literally, I just want a Tubbo ukulele. Is that so hard? I'm too young for a credit card. It's not true. I have a credit card. I have it. Whatever. Oh, man. Maybe I'll just DIY one. How's that? How's that? How's that for content, huh?
For merch.
You sold out, right?
Yeah, like that. The factory that was manufacturing the ukulele was like, you need to stop.
The next thing in the video is we sold out and they stopped. It's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I need my emotional support ukulele.
We can't make this many.
There's not enough trees on this planet.
They did manage to clutch up and make them, but it was so stressful. In the first 3 minutes of the shop, what I can say, there was over 200,000 people on the site.
200,000 people on the site.
It was something ludicrous like that.
200,000
Just in the
people.
queue, watching the timer tick
Just waiting
down.
to buy something.
And I'm like, holy shit. And see, the thing is, after I sold my merch, that opened up so many more doors because a lot of the limiting factor for my ambitious ideas was the money side of things. After I sold my merch, I'm like, let's just go ham. Let's do it all.
I'm so jealous of that specifically. Like, my number one, like, stopping point in life is that I'm worried about, like, money. If I could get to a point where I cannot worry about money anymore, I feel like I would be unstoppable. But to be fair, I think that's where a lot of people are at. Like, I feel like there's a lot of, like, beautiful, artistic, incredible people who are limited because money is, like, has a stranglehold on them. And that's just the capitalist hellscape that we live in. If you're interested in more, look up Karl Marx. /J. But yeah, I definitely feel that. Honestly, that's what I'm planning on doing this semester, is focusing more on doing what I can with what I have and trying to grow with where I'm at and hopefully maybe make some money off of this. I don't know. We'll see.
What are these new projects that you're working on now that you can actually afford to fund them?
Tubnet is my Minecraft network, which I'm working on. All Minecraft server technology has been stuck in the Minecraft version 1.8, which came out 7 years ago.
When you were 10 years
when
old.
I was 10, these servers were beginning.
Yeah.
And now there is so much more opportunity, and we're able to do things which have never been attempted in Minecraft before, such as full cross-compatibility from iPhone to Nintendo Switch, Xbox to computer.
Has that ever been done?
Never been done on a scale this large, because the technology just wasn't there. But my developers, I can't praise them enough. They're absolutely amazing. My team of managers, artists, they're absolutely, like, there's about 20 to 30 people working on this project.
There's a huge...
That's amazing. Also, hello, Ajay. Dirt is already converting again. Somebody get Dirt in chat. But yeah, Tubnet sounds really, really cool. I'm really excited for the cross-compatibility because that means I could start playing with some of you guys when Tubnet drops. And you know I'll be on there when it drops.
Huge hole in the
There's a
market.
whole
It feels like
I know.
it should be done by now, right?
Yeah, and the main thing I want to drive home with this server is that there's so many scummy servers which extort money and are so pay to win and promote.
It said extort, by the way, subtitle person that said extort. It wasn't just is question mark. Good. Sorry.
gambling to kids, but I just want to not promote gambling to children. How hard is that not to do? Sorry. Like,
It seems like that would be the baseline, right?
that's like the bottom rung. No gambling. Obviously, the server needs to make revenue, but everything you buy, you get. Like, it's going to be focused on cosmetics, ranks, skins, nothing that will take away from the core gameplay. No pay to win. I'm going to run events, and I really want to drive in, like, this new kind of era of Minecraft competitive gameplay, where we get casters and do commentary and esports events streamed on a
There are no
partner Twitch.
esports that people do with
There is
Minecraft
no
yet,
esports
right?
with Minecraft. The closest thing would be either MCC or Twitch rivals.
Yeah.
It doesn't compare to having the arena, the commentator, the casters, the teams assembled with the best people who have refined and like honed the skills that we have developed and created.
You almost want Mojang to come in
I want them to step up, quite
officially
frankly.
try to do what you're doing.
Yeah, there is so much missed opportunity. And in the future, if this goes well, I'm really looking to build Tubnet out into like either a game development studio so we can actually start to change games, which I think is going to be amazing.
How much money have you
That's
sunk into this
awesome.
idea? Can you say?
So it's too much to say. It's literally a black hole. It sucks away my soul, everything. That sounds like an exaggeration, but it has taken all of it.
Is that a good investment, Dad?
I'm hoping so.
Hoping
he's
so.
really hoping so.
so.
I want people to play Tubnet who have no idea who I am, and I want it to be when I'm like 24 and retired.
When I'm 24 and retired. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, that's crazy.
Super old and
Yeah.
wrinkly and 24.
100%. I wanted people to be able to go on Tubnet and be like, this is an amazing game company. They've
Yeah.
made something amazing here. I want-
Regardless of your name.
Yeah, because I don't want to brand it as Tubbo Network or something like that. I want it to be Tubnet. I want it to be completely separated from me. So if you know me, you're like, oh, that makes sense, it's his. But if you play it and you don't know, you're like, this is amazing. This company, every company should be like this.
That's
Right.
so
This
good.
should be the new
Oh
precedent.
man.
You just have so many passions and you're excited about so many
I
things.
feel so excited about everything. Sometimes I find my own excitement a little bit draining, but
Yeah.
right now I'm on an excitement high.
I mean, I was going through the comments in the community post, so many people just telling me how inspired they are by you and your
Really?
excitement and your passion, and you've just made such a positive impact on so many people's lives.
That's mental. I can't even comprehend that. I try to focus on the good things, and
Yeah.
it makes it a lot more enjoyable.
True.
What do you think is the biggest misconception about you?
I make a lot of mistakes. Like, everyone always comes to me and they're like, oh my God, how do you succeed at everything you do first time? And I have failed so many times. It's not first time. It's just I don't really talk about the failures because I'm embarrassed by it. Like, failure is embarrassing, but if not for the failure, I would never be here.
Many people think that when they have a failure, that means that they are a failure.
Which
and
is not the case
therefore,
at
it's
all.
time to stop, give up that thing you already failed. No reason to keep making yourself look bad or be embarrassed.
Fail, and fail properly. It's about how you react to your failure. It's about getting up after you fail, because you can fail and feel bad about it. By all means, feel shitty about failing, because failing should make you feel bad, because that drive you feel when you feel bad to do better is what makes amazing things.
He's a literal child. Like, I know he literally sings about this in Life by the Sea. He is a literal child, and he's saying all of this. Like, and again, I can't talk. I'm a year older than him. But, like, that's a lot for a kid to be going through and for a kid to be saying. And, like, I'm proud of him, and it's really inspiring, obviously. But also, like, I don't know. I'm worried about him in, like, the future sense. I hope he does well, but it looks like he has a really strong support system around him, so I'm sure he'll be fine. It's just, like, that's a lot for a kid to have to, like, handle and deal with, but he's very wise, and he's doing it good with what he has. I don't know, I guess it's just concerning, but it's still inspiring, and it's a net positive for the world. It's just, like, yikes, that's a lot for a kid.
All right, you got 5 seconds to shout out or promote anything you want directly into there.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Batman.
Batman who?
This isn't a joke because I didn't think of anything.
Get him!
Yeah! Subscribe to Anthony. All of the interviews are very good, and he knows how to fall from the ceiling.
I do know how to fall from the ceiling.
He's
but-
going to teach me how to do it. The deal was, I tell you my
shit.
secret project. You
I've
teach
never
me how to
taught
fall-
anyone how to
Right.
do it. I've never told anyone
Can I fall
before,
from the ceiling
ever.
right now? Will you make me fall from the ceiling?
Let's do it.
Okay. Hi, my name is Tubbo, and today I will be spending a day with Anthony Padilla.
Yes! Well, there you have it. I spent a day with Tubbo, and among so many things. One thing that stood out most to me is the way Tubbo sees life through the lens of what excites him most rather than focusing on the things that drain him.
Good video. I wish it was longer, honestly. I wish Tubbo did more podcasts and stuff. I guess I should just watch his streams more, but usually something a lot of streamers, like, Twitch is so focused on gameplay, and obviously that makes sense, especially for, like, Tubbo and his audience, but, like, I wish streamers did more just chatting type stuff, because, like, I want to pick his brain a little bit. I will know I'm successful when I get to sit down and talk to Tubbo about just, like, things, you know, and, like, what he does. Because he has a career that's very similar to how I want mine to go. I'd be very interested to hear more about that. But yeah, good video. Good job, Anthony. Claps for Anthony in the chat. But let's go on to the Day with ranboo video, shall we?
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp Online Therapy. Visit betterhelp.com/daywithranboo and we'll uncover the truth about Austin.
Is it gonna spell it Is it gonna spell it ranboo? Is it gonna spell it ranboo this whole time? Because that'll be hilarious. Yes, claps for Anthony. Sorry, I just got a glitch on my chat thing. But we're all good now. Could somebody send a message in chat for me? Oh, yep, Maddie. Okay, we're good. But yeah. ranboo. Alright, let's go, shall we? Let's go.
I spent a day with ranboo. We'll uncover the truth about why he's kept his face hidden and the severe discomfort that he pushed through in order to reveal his eyes for the first time earlier this month. And we'll also hear some intense stories about what forced him to grow up so quickly. By the end of this video, we'll find out if entertaining millions of followers while remaining completely anonymous has been entirely gratifying, or if amassing one of the most engaged fan bases on the internet has come with struggles more cruel than anyone could ever fully imagine.
The intros are always so dramatic. Oh my goodness.
Hello, ranboo! I just had you on here 7 months ago. You turned 18 and you graduated.
Yeah.
And then you also had a billboard in Times Square.
That's still the coolest thing I think that has ever happened.
Did you get to see it in person?
I did not get to see it in person, sadly, but I saw like everyone else that like got to see it, and people actually like drove to see it. I was just like, oh dang, maybe I do have a little bit more of an impact than I think.
Anyone who's not familiar with who you are that's watching this is probably like, what's up with the face mask and sunglasses inside?
Basically, I just like just don't really like using the camera all the time, so then I also don't like showing my face out there, so that's why I like keep it hidden.
You've never shown your face online in content that you've created.
No. It's mainly actually because I remember the first time that I like tried to make an IRL video, I actually wasn't wearing the mask and glasses, and then I realized like when I was editing, I cannot stand like looking at this. Whenever I like see my face for like long periods of time, I have a very warped perception of it, to the point where like whenever I see it, it causes me like anxiety and panic sometimes, especially when like I try to understand that other people may be perceiving it in certain ways as well.
Something that I like about ranboo in general too is that he's a really good like ally, I guess, or advocate. Ally is a bad word. He's a good example, I guess, for kids who have dysmorphia to see and like connect with. But also something that, so I was scrolling through TikTok because it's what I have now. But I was scrolling through TikTok and I noticed how many people were marketing themselves as faceless creators. It's like just another faceless creator. And I was thinking about like outside of the facial dysmorphia aspect, because obviously like if you have facial dysmorphia, it's nice to be able to be faceless online because you don't have to look at your face and it helps you get more comfortable with like being yourself, all that stuff. But also it can be so dangerous for people to show their face. And I mean like for reasons like Tubbo was talking about, where he like gets stalked by his newspaper and things like that. Like being popular can be genuinely dangerous, and like having yourself be recognizable. So the fact that ranboo is normalizing being faceless for the kids, like the literal children that watch him, is so good, because that means that that's like normalizing the idea that you don't have to show your face online. You don't have to show your identity. You don't have to tell people where you live and things like that. And that's like really, really healthy and good for kids online. And it's really like, it's a step in the right direction, I think, that kids are seeing somebody like this that they can look up to. So it's not only just for people with facial dysmorphia. I think it's just a good example in general. Like, obviously, especially for people who, you know, are not comfortable showing their face or like looking at their face for long periods of time. It's just like really cool. And like, I'm not gonna like, is it stolen valor? Whatever. But like, I get what he means about like when you can't stare at your face, because like I don't care about editing my face. But like, as a musician, sometimes it's really, really intense and difficult to listen to my own voice for long periods of time, because I'll start listening to all of the flaws in it and like how bad it sounds, and then I'll come back to it later and be like, this is just normal. Like, you sound fine. And like, I've been singing for so long, you would think that I'd be good at it by now, but I get so critical of myself that you have to like take a step back from it. So I definitely relate to him on that front, where it's like, sometimes you have to be in a certain headspace to edit, and like, putting yourself in a place where you have to be editing all the time, or where you have to be like looking at the thing that gives you like stress, it's not poggers. So I completely respect him for that too. And it's cool that he's gotten so much respect, or so much, yeah, respect, and like so many views off of it.
Have you always felt this kind of facial dysmorphia, or is it something you developed?
I mean, it's kind of something that I've always felt, but then it became very heightened, of course, with like the whole like becoming like a public figure. But then I found like the solution is just wear the mask and glasses.
You did just do an eye review the other day.
Yeah, I did.
You revealed your eyes to the internet for the first time.
I will see you guys then.
How did that all happen?
Basically, at the beginning of my stream, like when I pressed the go live button, I was just like, it's the 1 year of National Ranboo Day.
Your own holiday.
And I'm wanting to do an eye reveal for a little bit. And the last like 15 minutes was when I was decided like, okay, this is what's happening. So I like tried to like steer the conversation so that my friends would leave.
You wanted them to go so you could reveal your eyes to the world.
See me in the stream when one of them's coming back, me just going,
leave me alone. I'm trying to have an intimate moment with hundreds of thousands of people.
Yeah, and then I did it, and then I just turned off my phone and then just like kind of just like sat there and like just like sitting and contemplating.
But here you are, you showed up today without your glasses on.
Yeah.
Is that how comfortable you're starting to get?
Yeah, I never really wore my glasses out in public like anyway. It was just mainly on like the internet. Because I know that most people are very respectful and they won't try to like take a photo from afar. Like,
right.
I'm able to comfortably walk around and just without the glasses, and I have been able to do that for a while, thankfully.
Did your friends come in and congratulate you, or like were they proud of you?
That's the main reason why I came here, was because I didn't want to be alone during it, because I know that if I was alone during it, then I might have gone into like the rabbit hole of like searching up like the negative things. And having something like that critiqued, and something that I already critiqued myself because of it, is just like not really something that I wanted to have to necessarily deal with all the time.
Did you start to see yourself through the lens of what comments might say?
Yeah, exactly. And then especially like when you like look in the mirror for too long and then like stuff starts becoming warped and everything, it just doesn't, just not a good time in general. I am, again, thankfully getting help for it. It's definitely good that I'm aware of kind of what I have to do.
So when you say you're getting help, does that mean that you're like talking with a therapist about your insecurities?
Yeah, I'm talking with therapists about it, talking with like other content creators as well that have gone through like the same thing.
Do you plan to do more streams without your glasses and reveal your eyes more?
Before I did like an eye reveal stream, I was like terrified to move in the wrong angle.
Oh really? Because
like,
someone might see your eye through the side of your glasses?
Yeah, no, during like my first actual face cam stream, I remember like I stayed in like one position the whole time.
Like, hi, I'm a gamer.
Like, and then I turned off my camera to turn. And that's part of the reason why I was able to do the eye reveal, was because I've been like getting that help, which has been good.
And is that with the hopes of revealing your face someday?
I think part of me, you know, like once I reveal my face, just to kind of reveal my face. But also part of me knows that like I don't really have to. It's more becoming part of like the brand, you know, the character.
Yeah. You made a promise that you would do a full face reveal at 5 million subscribers.
Man. Yeah.
And you're like, you're almost at 4 now.
Maybe, honestly. I mean, you never know, like, unless it reaches it like really, really fast.
Do you feel pressured to do a face reveal because you promised?
I know that if I do hit 5 mil, I'm still not ready. I can probably just make a video saying like, hey, this is where I'm at with everything. And that's just another like great thing about the fan base, is that they just completely understand it.
That's true. Ranboo's got a very interesting fan base. And I would like to do like I watch a lot of YouTubers who do like fandom deep dives and like fan base deep dives. And I'd like to do one on Ranboo's fandom and like that kind of fan culture. Because it's very interesting, like they have their own subculture of like how they interact with each other that's very interesting. I like how he's normalized boundaries as well as being faceless. Like, that's super cool. I also like his thing about like being the gender man. Like, that's so weird, and it's specific to his fan base. And I mean that in like the most positive way. But it's like I would love to like dissect his fandom. And like how they are, cuz they hit different than other like fan bases do, especially in the MCYT space.
How long ago did you start making content?
A year and 2 months ago.
Was that the very first video you ever uploaded to the internet?
I don't really count like my start of making content as like on the first day of my video upload. I count it as like the first day of like things actually like starting, me becoming serious about it. I just had like an old channel.
Wait, how old were you?
Oh, I don't know. I think it was like 12, 13-ish.
What was that content like?
Random Minecraft stuff, pretty much. I can't actually pull them up.
Nice!
I actually have a stream here.
How many people were you streaming to at the time?
Oh, I think like 2.
And what are you streaming to now?
Let's
My
go.
maximum ever has been almost like 300,000, I
Let's
think.
get an
Yeah,
I
let's see
was
what your
here
life
in
was like
chat.
when you had two.
Alright.
Should be live. Okay, so hello. So yeah, I'm gonna be just playing with viewers.
No shot. No shot. I love that with Tubbo's voice reveal, or like with Tubbo's like old videos, it's like, oh, I can hear how that's Tubbo. With ranboo, it's like, literally, who are you? Who is this? Whomst? Hey, I'm sorry. Who are you? What's that? Holy cow, that voice drop. I've not... He sounds like a different man. Child boo. A completely different person. Wow. That's crazy. I wonder, I could pull up one of my old videos and see what my voice used to sound like. Maybe that'll be a sub goal. I don't know.
Pretty much anyone really. So yeah, so I'm just gonna be streaming and everything.
Just a lot.
He still talks the same. Holy cow, he talks the same. Still gonna be streaming and everything. It's just the voice is different. Like, it's like you took the same voice. Wait, if you put Child Boo's voice through like a deepening filter, what would it sound like? I want to know.
A lot of like going in circles.
I have not changed at all with my stream intros. So then when I uploaded that first video, you know, nothing happened from it, of course. The main thing that like gave me like that like really, really big drive was I started to DM different content creators on Instagram. I DM'd like Dream, I DM'd George, I DM'd like Tommy, I DM'd Tubbo.
All your peers now.
I DM'd like Phil as well, and then Phil was actually the one that responded. He was just like, I'm not one for critique, but it looks like you're having fun, so keep at it. Because the video was like getting no views, I could actually see exactly when his view was and how long he watched.
How long did he watch?
He watched like 60% of the video, and I was like, you know what, that's good.
That's a lot.
That kind of gave me like the boost. I was just like, I'm gonna continue to do this. Like, I got Phil. TikTok is like really, really easy to get views on for some reason.
True.
And then I uploaded the first TikTok. It started to do like pretty well. And then I uploaded the second TikTok, which was just like a clip, and then that started to do really, really well. 50,000 views. I was just like, this is crazy. And then I got like followers for the first time, and then people would go over to my YouTube and start to subscribe to that.
That's the moment that kind of started it all, and you had not taken a break except 4 days since
Yes, that is the moment that I was just like, all right, it's
Okay, hold on. I zoned out partway through that. Because I started thinking about things to say and then I zoned out. TikTok is very, very easy to get views on. Like I said, speaking of my TikTok, follow me on TikTok. If you haven't, it's at BlinkNolmiss. I post... Okay. The other thing I was going to say is, for all of you who are following me on YouTube, and I'm just going to promo myself right now, real quick, just because I've got people in my chat right now who may or may not be. I also post my TikToks. If you're not on TikTok, which I do not recommend, get off of TikTok. It's not good for you. But I post all of my TikToks on YouTube. I'm gonna put it in the chat right now. But also, Shifty, you don't have to make a TikTok. But if you go to that link, then you can subscribe to the channel that I'm posting. I will be posting like long form content on that channel too. But right now, that's where I'm posting all of my TikToks. So if you don't want to get a TikTok or you don't have a TikTok, but you want to watch my TikToks, that's where you watch. Something that's interesting, though, and I guess I could actually pull up my my TikTok. Let me see. Just a second. So my TikTok. Hi, Sage. Thanks for hanging out in the stream. Appreciate you. But if you look at my TikTok views, they're kind of insane. Here. So I started making TikToks literally 2 days ago. 463, 457, 1,400 views on a stupid reaction video that I almost didn't post. And then 22 views. This one I did not use the right tags on, I guess. But like, yo, what? So like when ranboo says that TikTok is crazy easy to blow up on, he genuinely means it. Because like that is kind of insane, especially compared to like my YouTube numbers, which are 6 views, 10 views, 10 views, 24 views, which are very much more reasonable and like realistic. But also YouTube Shorts also pop off, as Sage knows. YouTube Shorts can also be crazy. It's crazy how Phil is literally the dad of the MCYT community. He watched 60% of a random person who sent him his video. That's insane. Yeah, Philza is like the best creator period ever. But yes, thank you so much, Sage. Are you modded? Yes, Sage is modded. Also Hurricane, no need to apologize for being late. This is a stream. You show up when you get here and you leave when you leave. It's perfectly okay. But yeah, like views on TikTok are crazy. It's so wild. I should post another TikTok. I also am kind of addicted to it because my ADHD loves it when TikTok video go burr. But we'll pace myself eventually. I'll figure myself out. But yeah, it is actually wild. So let's rewatch this section because I zoned out for part of it.
50,000 views. I was like, this is crazy. And then I got like followers for the first time, and then people would go over to my YouTube and start to subscribe to that.
That's the moment that kind of started it all, and you had not taken a break except 4 days since
Yes,
then.
that is the moment that I was just like, all right, it's either I go all in on this and like maybe risk just nothing happening and just me wasting my time, or I get something really, really cool out of this. I remember that I was like 100 viewers for the first time. Literally all the streams were just me going, oh my God.
There's so many people watching me right now.
Puns, actually, another member of the Dream SMP. He was looking for someone to raid, and then some people in his chat were just like, oh, you should raid like this ranboo guy.
Ranboo?
Rainbow.
Oh, I'm raiding. I'll raid him.
And then he said, if he fails the speed bridge, I'll raid him. And then I immediately fell off as soon as he did that. So then I actually got the raid and everything, which was like, I think like 5,000 viewers.
He's raiding me? Go. Okay. Yes, I'm raiding him. Puns raid. Spam puns raid. Guys, hit the follow button.
So you went from 100 viewers to 5,100 viewers.
Pretty much just like having like a 3,000 viewer average on that one stream.
Did you have your view count on at the time?
Yes, I had my view count on the time, and I was like,
yeah, could you not stop looking at it?
Like, oh my God, it's so many people. After that, I was just like, okay, I'm gonna just continue doing my Minecraft content and maybe put out a video every once in a while.
But really focus on streaming?
But really focused on streaming, because I was like, the Dream SMP was the goal. If I could get into that, then sky's the limit.
So, and as I watch this, I'm watching this not only as a fan, but also as a content creator who's trying to learn things. What I'm getting, and this is true in both Tubbo and ranboo's video, is that raids are everything. If you can get raided by a big creator and you can keep the viewers from the raid, that's the thing. It's because like a big creator could raid you and you could just not retain it. But if you can get a big raid, you can keep the raiders. That's how you build, which is something I've heard too from like looking around on Twitch and TikTok and stuff for advice. Is like, if you can find the right person to raid and you can raid people and you can build that community up, then you can share viewers. And that's the biggest way. I think Ludwig talked about how most streamers share viewers, which is really interesting as a concept for me. Like being able to share viewers with people. I mean, I already am doing that. Like, I'm already sharing viewers with Sage and Taksumi and Emmy. Is she okay with being called Emmy? Emerson's just kind of long. Emerson, just the squad that I sometimes stream with. Like, building up those communities and those groups. Thanks, she's fine with any cool. Building up those groups is like key to like getting successful. I mean, it's also success because it's like part of streaming culture. I would rather watch somebody who's like vibing with other people, and it's cool to like be a part of a community as opposed to just one person. Whenever I see people who are like small creators and they're just by themselves and always by themselves, and they don't have like, their community doesn't go outward laterally. That's a Gotham quote, if anybody watched NBC Gotham. Or no, Fox Gotham, right? But if they have like lateral growth where they're reaching out to viewers of or to channels of their same size, and they're becoming friends with those creators, it's a lot more engaging to watch than it is to just watch somebody who's talking to themselves in chat. Lots of people say that they want to build a community, but the type of community they're building isn't nearly as substantial as one that has that built-in network and support. So it's really interesting to look at that, especially with like ranboo and tubbo and how they got their success. I don't know. It feels like they're like 1 in a million examples. You know, it's like how likely is it that I'm gonna blow up in the same way they did? But I really love watching this content because I love getting inside their minds and figuring out what works and what doesn't.
So I made a tweet, which then I turned into a TikTok about reasons why I should join the Dream SMP. And then that TikTok that I made from that tweet, actually Dream commented on it himself and said, let's do a PvP battle. If you win, I'll let you on.
Why did he even bother looking at the TikTok?
I don't know. I guess I just came up on his For You page or something. It was the craziest thing. He actually added me on Discord as well after that, which was just like, okay, this has actually happened.
And then, within a couple of months, you were right there alongside these people you were just a fan of before.
So then I went live and all that. And then I started to do a bit on my stream where I was going to run for the president of Lemanburg on the Dream SMP.
You did a bit that you're going to run for president of something that you
that I was
were
just
not even allowed to be part of.
Yeah, that I was not allowed to be part of. Because I just thought, hey, this could be a funny bit that I could do for a while. Midway through when I was doing this bit, Fundy and Phil had both just stopped a Dream SMP stream. And they rated me at the same time with a total, I think, of like 30,000 viewers. And one of the...
That's insane. And that's like a prank level of rating. Like, they coordinated that. I'd like to see that clip of like from Fundy's POV of them like deciding to raid ranboo and then what happened. I would love to see that clip if anybody has it. Shifty is starting to think of streaming on Twitch, Connect 4, and whoever beats him gets a massive amount of points. Shifty? 1v1 me Connect 4. If you can send me a link on Discord. My Discord is closed right now so my computer doesn't die. As soon as this video's over, I'm 1v1ing you, if the stream isn't dead by then, and we will see. So you talk big game, Mr. Shifty. We'll see how it goes. Anyway.
those people that were watching them was Dream. So then I look over on my second monitor to my Discord and I see a DM from Dream when I'm doing this bit. And then he asked me like, what's your IGN? And then as soon as he said that, I just knew like, oh, this is happening today. Okay.
Oh, there we go. It worked. I am here. I am here now. Dream is intimidating. I'm scared.
As soon as I ended the stream, I just went to my parents and I was just...
Like in a trance?
Almost. I was like, okay. I think I have to cut down on some school stuff because this might actually be my career.
Were you doing any work at that time or was it just school?
No, it was actually, I applied for, I think, 6 different jobs during that summer.
Yeah?
And none of them hired me.
Where did you apply?
I applied at a Taco Bell. I applied at like a local grocery store, another Taco Bell. I really wanted to work at Taco Bell for some reason.
Yeah, those chalupas, baby, at half price.
Oh, I know, the discount. No one hired me, and I'm so glad that they didn't, because I wouldn't have had enough time to actually do anything.
It's funny because a lot of people might feel defeated because they applied and were ignored at 6 different places. But sometimes it's those defeats that lead to something like what you're doing now.
Yeah.
You would not be here if you had those jobs.
Because I really couldn't get a job anywhere, this was kind of just like, okay, this is my last sort of option.
There was a Twitch leak revealing the top streamer earnings, and you were one of the highest paid streamers on Twitch, number 16.
Big surprise.
How has your life changed most financially from where you were before you started streaming?
I've always been raised with a like conserving view
For sure.
of money. I think that's really, really helped me kind of keep a level head when it comes to like my first like actual Twitch payout.
Yeah.
For me, just like completely just blowing it all. I've been able to like help them out financially, especially because like they were like so supportive. Imagine your child, right, going, okay, here's a job that may not work out that would require me to not do school.
It's called block game.
It's called playing Minecraft in front of people. If they had not been like really, really supportive, I don't think I would have been able to ever
Hi,
reach
Alicia,
where I
by
am
the way.
now. And I've been able to help them using the stuff that I make from playing that block game, which
Yeah.
is, again, I have a hard time wrapping my mind around it even today.
I grew up really financially insecure. I have images in my head of my mom, you know, counting the bills and you know, entering into a calculator the amount that we would be able to afford on groceries if she, you know, took certain things off her list or added certain things. I feel like that really instilled in me this kind of fear of not being financially secure, like wanting to always make sure that I was earning more and more to make sure that I would never have to worry about those struggles that I dealt with as a kid, which I think has caused me in many ways to want to conserve my money too much, to the point where I'm like, I don't want to spend any money on myself at all.
Yeah, I still have a hard time like spending money on like things that are like not for content. I remember like we were shopping, there was like this shirt. I was just like, oh, this shirt's really, really cool, and it was like $100.
Yeah.
I just went, okay, maybe not.
That is a ridiculous price for a
It
shirt.
is a lot for a shirt.
But many people, when they reach a position like you, don't think twice about.
Oh
buying
yeah,
something.
no, I've been around people that like don't think twice about like spending like a ton of money on.
Also, thanks, Anjay. Have fun sleeping, I guess. Oh, this is another plug for my channel. If you go to my live channel, I have a channel. I've made a sleep stream playlist because I like listening to like streams and stuff while I sleep. So if you're a person like that and you want to watch streams while you sleep, you can pull up my stream playlist. It's good for the channel, boost the algorithm. But yeah, no pressure, obviously. But yeah, bye, Anjay. Sleep well. Bonsoir. I think that's how you say goodbye in French. Have fun. But yeah. I was gonna say something. I think the money insecurity thing inspired me a little bit. I need to start just pausing. I need to get into reaction mode because good reaction channels pause like every 30 seconds with like something to say. When you talked about money insecurity, I guess it also means this is a well-edited video because he like doesn't leave room for pauses, which is good content, but bad for reactions. So what I was saying was the money insecurity thing, like, is really relatable. Like, I don't spend money on myself, and like now, like, I have to buy a new PC, and I'm really nervous about buying a new PC because just the idea of spending money like that is like stressful. But I know that it'll be worth it because I'm gonna use it a lot, you know, to like play games with my friends, and like hopefully to make more money off of streaming genuinely. And like it's weird to have to think about like spending and stuff like that. I do hope that I get to be in a situation where I can support my family a little bit off of streaming, but like I said before, like it looks like it takes so much luck. But also like the thing with like luck is like if you stream consistently, you know, you'll get more supporters, and then the more supporters you have, the more people you have rooting for you. I don't know, everything is gradual, but also at the same time it's all luck, and there's like things that you can do to boost your chances, but at the same time, like how much of it is actually going to happen? I don't know. It's weird. It's weird and wild and wacky.
On these things, but it's not really for me, if that makes sense.
Do you feel like you were forced to grow up quickly with so many eyes watching your every single moment and judging your every move?
Sometimes if you just take a step back and realize maybe I shouldn't be caring about this as much as I do, then you'll actually be like a lot happier on the internet. Because I remember that I used to care about a lot of things on the internet.
Oh, really? Like you would nitpick about the way people said stuff?
Yeah, and the way that like I did stuff based on like other people's like opinions of me, and I just realized that like people doing something on the internet won't affect me as much in real life as it actually will.
I've started to kind of look at the internet kind of in the way that I used to when I first started making content, where it was like a playground to have fun and to entertain and be entertained.
Yeah.
But I feel like progressively it's like this place that's more real.
Sorry, I'm zoning out. Hold on. I need something to do with my hands for this. It's genuinely interesting, but I keep like looking at the words that they're saying instead of actually like reading it.
a lot happier on the internet. Because I remember that I used to care much as I take a step.
Any eyes watching your every single moment and judging your every move.
Sometimes if you just take a step back and realize maybe I shouldn't be caring about this as much as I do, then you'll actually be like a lot happier on the internet. Because I remember that I used to care about a lot of things on the internet.
Oh, really? Like you would nitpick about the way people said stuff?
Yeah, and the way that like I did stuff based on like other people's like opinions of me. And I just realized that like people doing something on the internet won't affect me as much in real life as it actually will.
I've started to kind of look at the internet kind of in the way that I used to when I first started making content, where it was like a playground to have fun and to entertain and be entertained.
Yeah.
But I feel like progressively it's like this place that's more real than real life and where you're exposed to all the horrible things on this planet. I feel like I became so focused on the negatives in the world that the internet became a negative place for me. And recently I've been like, oh wait, I can have fun here. I can choose what to focus my energy on.
I've had so many streams when I was like really, really caring about it, where just one chat message would fly by and it would just ruin the rest of the stream for me. Even though there's thousands of other really, really good ones, that one will always like stick in your mind. It's definitely a lot to take in, especially when you're like 17 and 18. Sometimes when you don't do anything wrong, what happens is they put you up on a pedestal, essentially.
Then you're this perfect
like, because I remember
model of what
that
a perfect
happened,
person is.
which then just made me really uncomfortable, and then even put more pressure on me. I was struggling with, I have to do everything perfectly. I have to always appease everyone. When I just realized that there's just some
Big Bo Burnham energy, by the way. He has that one quote that's like, I mean, he didn't he write a song about hold me accountable, but he talks about like don't stand me a lot. I forget what he says. You watched Inside, you know what I mean. But yeah, sounds like Bo Burnham, where it's like, I am a flawed person who is worthy of being canceled. Please don't treat me like I'm not just because you relate to me. Which is, yeah, like I haven't had that problem because my community is tiny and I love them. But they all seem to like, I don't know. I don't have stands like that. I think also, and this is completely conjecture, right? I could be completely wrong. But I feel like a lot of ranboo's like criticism that he gets specifically is based off of a little bit of, because he's a faceless creator, people can like relate to him more easily. Like people can like I don't want to say kin him, but you know, like people can like see themselves in him more. And because they can see themselves in him so much easier, or like so much more easily, if he does something wrong, they take that personally. And they like build their personality around this like concept of a person rather than an actual person. And I'm trying to, that was one of the reasons I decided not to be a faceless creator, because I could have been faceless, but I wanted people to know that I am my own person with my own individual thoughts and beliefs and ideas. And so that people wouldn't like, ideally, and obviously it's not going to be perfect, but like ideally people wouldn't see me as this like golden goddess who can do no wrong, will never do anything wrong. And like if I ever do something wrong, I hope to have a type of presence where it's like, oh yeah, that was the wrong thing to do, but whatever, you know? Like, I want to have more of a Schlatt or Wilbur type of reaction to being canceled than like a Tommy or a Dream reaction. But I don't know, I haven't been under that level of scrutiny. Like, I'm usually really good with like bullying or harsh words or that kind of criticism, but I don't know how I would handle being canceled. It's something that I think about a lot, but like I'm not in that place yet. Like it doesn't affect me yet, so I don't know how I would react to it. It's really interesting to think about though. Again, these are literal children. Like they should not be subjected to this. It's cool that he's a content creator and he's a cool person, but like this is intense for a kid to go through.
Sometimes there's just not going to be people that will ever be happy with what you do or ever be happy with what you make.
Do you ever feel like your self-worth is attached to your numbers and your growth?
Yes, absolutely. For like those 200 days, how like happy.
Also, I am paying attention to the video, but I'm also looking down at my phone because I play Sudoku on my phone to help me stay focused. So I promise I'm still paying attention. I just look like I'm not.
I was correlated on how many viewers I got that stream.
Did you like have your view count up and you're looking down at it?
My view count was up. I was consistently checking it. I was consistently checking like subscriber count. I had my YouTube subscriber count, my like Twitter follower count, I had my Twitch follower count, all up. And then
At the same time, dear God, this man must have gone insane. Can you imagine? I can't even look at more than one number at once. That's so many numbers, and they're all so different because like all of those platforms are so different in like how they interact.
then I realized that that was like way too much all at once. When I
Oh my gosh, hello Mallory! Welcome back from AHG, I hope it went well. We were watching the ranboo and tubbo videos. I already watched the tubbo video earlier. But yeah, we're watching Anthony Padilla's video about ranboo. So you got back just in time. Also, I love the new profile picture, by the way, Mallory. It looks really cool.
I got to the UK and I started to realize like, oh, stuff might be going down a little bit. I turned off everything. I just thought that when the view count goes down, that means that I'm doing something wrong.
It's interesting because how good you feel based on the number rising is exactly how bad you'll feel when the number drops.
Exactly.
So you almost have to desensitize yourself to the growth or fall completely.
You should care about how it does. Obviously, if it does bad, then you should try to improve. But you shouldn't care so much to the point where you think that you are a worse content creator or worse person because of that number going down.
Do you get to walk around the streets without a disguise on at all? Before we continue learning about the world of ranboo,
it all came so fast for me, so I was so worried that it would.
They find episodes all year. Hold on, tantalizing.
Ads, 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 ads. Is that Wilbur?
Do you get to walk around the streets without a disguise on at all?
Usually I always kind of just wear the mask, not only because, well, COVID as well.
True,
like,
it exists.
But then I also just wear the mask always just in case.
Do you think that you would have worn a mask?
With a smile for hours at a time? I'm sorry.
If you started creating content before the pandemic, but like before masks were normalized in the US?
Yes.
You think that you would have a mask?
I think I probably would have. It probably would have actually been a box head instead. Yeah, I ran a poll on Twitter and I was like, mask and glasses or box head. And I'm so glad that they chose the mask and glasses because I do not know how I would have been able to deal
box
with
head would have.
The duality of chat. No, I hate you. No, just know. When they ask me how I'm feeling, I say I'm just fine. I should put mask on my song request list. Play it once per stream. Oh man. Whew, I love you guys.
Would have been hell.
I actually got one from
Also, can we imagine the parallel universe where we get box ranboo, box boo? Because that parallel universe exists.
From Crumb.
Yeah.
When I did like a pancake stream with her, and I wore it the whole time, and I was just like, hi. Ooh. I'm so glad that I did not choose the box.
Do you get recognized a lot, considering you are so recognizable?
When it's just me on the street, I really only got recognized like a couple of times when I was in the UK. Someone came up to me and they just said, "Oh, are you like ranboo?" I'm like, "Oh, yes." You're like the first person to ever recognize me without someone else.
You know you're watching numero uno. Have you dealt with anyone recognizing you when your glasses are off?
Yes, it was actually like the first time I got recognized, it was with the glasses off. So they were just like, "Do you want to put on the glasses?" And I just
they actually recommended that you put them on.
Yeah, I just said, "Oh, I have my glasses, don't worry," and I just put them on because they're just all really respectful, which is cool.
Is it tempting to?
Again, like I was saying before, the ranboo fandom is so unique in like how respectful they are of him, which is like good. It's good. It's good. It's just I kind of want to research that a little bit. Maybe I should do a deep dive into, is it Bootwit? The subtitle said grandmother. I don't understand these subtitles. I think these are just the auto-generated ones because they are chaotic.
Reveal more and more personal information just because I feel like people want it so much. You're like, ooh, they love when I give a little bit of personal.
I'm all right. No, it's not tempting at all. I'd rather keep it, private, keep it secret and everything.
How do you make a decision on what's worth sharing and what's more worth keeping to yourself?
If someone else like either has the same thing or is going through the same thing, then seeing someone that you watch, that you find entertainment, that you find comfort in, also having or doing that same thing can really help sometimes and make you feel more like normal.
You used to stream almost 150 hours a month. Did you experience any burnout with that?
Yes and no. I would lock myself in my room for like 10 hours a day, pretty much just strategizing and thinking about the next thing to do. And I would do that every single day. So even if I had like 150 stream hours, I think like my total work hours a month would be like closer to like 300.
Dear
and
God.
It took me not doing that for a day when I went to the UK to realize I was really burnt out.
Wait, just one day break from it?
Not checking everything and not like analyzing absolutely everything all the time was enough for me to say that really was not healthy, and I was like essentially forcing myself to do it.
I know, like when I first got the opportunity to like do stuff on YouTube, I uploaded something and it started taking off. I started to feel guilty. Like, if I pass up this opportunity, that is so rare, then I would be a fool. You know, I have to go full throttle, nonstop.
I was obsessively looking for those opportunities because it all came so fast for me. So I was so worried that it would leave so much faster.
Yeah, that makes sense. Also, hey Kat, if you hate these people, why did you join the stream, buddy? That's not cool. You don't have to watch if you don't like. I'll put you in a little timeout. It's okay. I'm guessing he means the people that I put in the title of the video for clicks. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. She just adorned it. If it ain't my social skills, it doesn't mean I can't pay the bills. Oh no. Your ex-boyfriend's an arsehole. Luckily they were on YouTube and not Twitch. Yeah. Sage would have blocked and reported. Yes, yes. I'm just so clouded up. Woo! Man, I love my chat. I've got the best chat. Hey, we've received 100 messages today with Restream chat. That's pog. Alright.
What's next for Ranboo?
I'm actually thinking about uploading on YouTube more than once every 90 days.
Oh,
yeah.
even in our last interview, you shouted out people to go check out your channel. I think you've only uploaded two videos in the past 7 months.
Since then. Yeah. My big project that I'm working on is a...
Big project!
Yeah, it's my analog horror series called Generation Loss. Analog horror is essentially, you know, like those like creepy VHS tape videos. It's meant to be a fake VHS tape that has like creepy images, like stuff like pops up and everything. It's
like The Ring.
It's such a cool horror tool to the point where I was just like, I really want to do this. The first actual series that I'm calling it is called The Lost Field Incident. The one thing that I wanted to kind of explore with this channel was, what if the tapes were actually found by a person, and then what would that person go through? Not only is it going to be the actual horror tape itself, but it's also going to be the story of the person who found those tapes in the first place.
And is this live action?
It is going to be like part live action and then part also the
animated tapes.
Yeah, I hope to get it all done by the end of next year.
How many episodes?
That's
the
crazy.
Lost Field Incident is going to have 3 episodes, I believe.
3 episodes within the next 12 months.
Hopefully.
Okay, so it's about the same as your YouTube average YouTube upload rate.
Basically, yeah, actually, that's pretty accurate.
Do you think that you will do YouTube and Twitch until the day you die?
Yeah. If there are still people that watch me when I'm like 80, then I'll still do content when I'm 80.
All right, you got 5 seconds to shout out or promote anything you want directly into there. Go!
If you want content that is actually being made by me and that will actually be uploaded on a regular basis, then look at my Twitch. Make sure that you are subscribed to Anthony Padilla, because this has been the most, you.
Me?
That's right, you.
Oh.
Because this has been one of the most well-produced actual interviews that I've ever been on.
Oh, shit.
And I've only been on a couple, but this definitely sets the bar.
And that bar is very tall, let me tell you.
It's a very
when
high
he goes like
bar.
this, it's not just a bar, it's a ceiling height bar.
Because
There
he's
you have
tall,
it. I
get
spent
it?
the day with Ranboo, one of the most gentle and warm people I've ever spoken to.
What a
Among
weird
so
description.
many obvious
Gentle
takeaways
and
from
warm.
Today, Ranboo really helped me realize how tempting it is to view yourself through the lens of how others perceive you, and and how tough it is to detach yourself from that. And I feel like we could all learn something from ranboo's constant desire to grow and become more in tune with his own mental health.
Pog. I mean, I guess before we end, I gotta do a little shout out to the, the small streamers for making these tiny YouTubers 6 million subs. Anthony Padilla, how many subs does ranboo have? Make sure you sub to Anthony, sub to ranboo. He's almost to 4 million. Show him some support. Let's see what Tubbo's at. Tubbo is at also almost, he's at 3 mil. I mean, you gotta show him some support. These tiny creators, they really need us gassing them up, But yeah, let me. Sage is in recently searched. Go sub to Sage for real. She's cool. Let's go back to my webcam real quick. Final thoughts after watching those videos. I liked those videos a lot. They were really good. Well done. I always wish videos like that were longer, like a full podcast length, but I get why he doesn't do that, because, like, all these kids have minimal retention time, which is funny, because, like, ranboo and Tubbo both stream for, like, 10 plus hours, but, like, subscribe to me! Subscribe to Blink Don't Miss! Follow me on Twitch! Yeah, follow me. I'm the real small streamer here. But yeah, what are my final thoughts? I guess it's just like they all work so hard and burn out so fast. And like as somebody who has to deal with like burnout, I'm concerned about that for myself, but also I am very self-aware about it. So hopefully I won't let it get to me too bad. I don't know. It's interesting to see where they started and where they've come from and where that gets them, I guess. If that makes any sense at all. Like, I like seeing the progression of a creator. And it's also interesting that they're both doing, like, creative endeavors outside of Twitch and, like, outside of streaming. Because, it shows that they are, like, genuinely creative people who, like, actually care about these things. Thanks, Valerie. You make me feel pog. But yeah, I think that, I don't know, it's hopeful, but I'm also a little concerned about them. I hope they're healthy and doing well, in their personal lives, which they seem to be. They have these big support systems. Before we end stream, Shifty challenged me to Connect 4. We're gonna figure that out. We're gonna do some Connect 4 action. We're gonna do that live on stream if my computer will let me without crashing. It is Connect 4 time, folks. Alright, Shifty, send me the invite to your Connect 4 server. Actually, have you already sent that to me? Shifty in chat. Let's get this Connect 4 game going. Oh man. You might leave to call a friend soon. That's okay. We're almost done with stream anyway. It's Connect 4 time. Let's go. All right. Connect 4 1v1s. All right. It is time. So how do we play? How do we play this game of Connect 4, Shifty? Hello, Shifty. He said hello, Blink, in the chat. How do we play this game? This Connect 4 game? Oh no, what did Maddie say? Do I want to go first? You can go first. Here, let me see if I can pull it up on OBS without absolutely doxing myself. Yes, I've got it. Here we go. It's time. Do I want to go first? Yes. No. Shifty, you go first. Shifty's gonna go first for us. How do you play Connect 4 with a bot? You click on it? I don't understand this game. It's not working. I came here to 1v1 you in Connect 4, and this is what you do to me. You're embarrassing me in front of chat. Okay, here we go. Maddie. Okay. So I just press where I want to put it? Here. I feel like I should have prefaced this by saying I've never like won a game of Connect 4 before in my life. Yes, I met Jared. What? Interaction failed? Okay, that's what I thought. Your interaction failed. Connect 4 board. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? Okay, so he's going upwards. Oh. Sorry, can I use the Death Note music really quick? Hold on. Death Note music meme. He's going upwards, which means he wants me to... Okay, so he's planning to build up there. But what he doesn't know is that I'm better than him at Connect 4. It failed again! But no, I'm obviously the best player at Connect 4 that the world's ever seen. Simply can't beat me. It's impossible. Unless... Oh, but he's fallen right into my trap. He knows not what he does. Okay. I think I'm fine for right now. I think I'm fine for right now. It's all about timing, boys. Oh, I wasn't expecting him to place that there, but little does he know. Okay, wait. Hold on. If I... Yes. Yes! Yes! He will fall right into my trap without even realizing it. And it's so simple. It was all so simple. The whole time. The most hardcore game of Connect 4 to ever be played. What did he do? Why? What could he possibly... Oh no, I see what he's planning. I see what he's doing. He thinks he can stump me. But it's simply impossible. There's no way. This man challenged a foe far too mighty for even him. See, I may have never won a game of Connect 4, but I've also never lost. And that, dear Shifty, is where you have deeply, deeply underestimated me. Okay, so we're going up here, we're going over here. So he wants to go either over here or up there. I don't think you can go all the way up there. Let's just go ahead and do offensive strategy. Yeah. Yeah, I've got this. I've got this. This music was the perfect choice, by the way. Even if I get copyright ID'd, it's worth it. What? Don't give me this interaction failed. He thinks he's so smart, but could he really ever defeat me, the true grandmaster of this game? No, and it was foolish to try. But I must give him props for the attempt. Let's go. All I can see are dots. Wait, is it my turn? Did he play something and I missed it? Oh, he did. But it was so simple. There's no way. There's no way. Oh man! GG's, Shifty, though. GG's, man. GG's. Man, that was really fun. That was actually really fun. I had a really good time playing that. And I hope you guys had a fun time watching. All right. So, now that we're done with playing this game, let's everybody, if you're in YouTube and you have a Twitch account, go hop in over to Twitch chat. If you're not there, make sure you are subscribed to me on YouTube and all that good stuff. You know how it goes. Follow me on Twitch if you're not following already. We are going to go raid our friend Taksumi, who is playing Valorant, because it's all she knows how to do. Tell her I said that. But if you're not following Taksumi, then go ahead and make sure you're following her. Follow me on TikTok. That's my new social media. I'm at BlinkDon'tMiss there. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my second channel, which I think the link is still copied. So subscribe to my channel over here for my TikToks and my shorts. And other than that, make sure you're in my Twitch chat so we can go raid my friend. But yeah, if you're cool, then you'll raid Taksumi with me. Thanks for playing with me, Shifty. Thanks for playing. That was really fun. But yeah, we're gonna go raid my friend now. Taksumi's gonna pop off and she's gonna do it for me, and if she doesn't, y'all know what to do. Feel free to just endlessly mock her in my name. Everybody ready to raid Taksumi? Everybody ready to raid? Everybody ready to raid? Everybody ready to raid? Is it okay if you post this clip on my channel? Yeah, as long as you promo me. And as long as you raid talks with me. Alright, let's go. Bye, chat. See you later.